Hey y'all, what's good, beautiful people? It's your girl Tay, and I'm here yet again with another update video. So definitely make sure you guys smash that like button, comment down below, subscribe, plus push the post notification bell button so that way anytime I upload a video you will be notified. So yes, you guys, we are in our old stomping grounds. This is not going to be the permanent spot. I'm only up here because mommy duty calls. Literally right behind me is the bathroom. My son is taking a bath, which he enjoys his privacy. So I am literally right here listening to him splash around with his cars and all of that good stuff. But anyways, jumping right into the news. So the first thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is the eviction moratorium. It has been extended for, I want to say, Los Angeles County, okay? It says, due to the economic fallout from the pandemic, many local governments in California have passed eviction moratoriums prohibiting landlords from evicting residential tenants who fail to pay rent. Although those ordinances have some narrow exceptions, such as where a tenant engages in criminal activity on the property, the ordinances have stymied most evictions. While the state's moratorium expired in September of 2021, last week, the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors voted to extend the county's pandemic-related eviction moratorium until December 31st, 2022. Okay, so just in case you guys didn't know, because I sure didn't know, if you're living in Los Angeles County, which is a lot of different cities, okay, because I'm still considered to be in Los Angeles County and I don't live in Los Angeles. The eviction moratorium has been extended all the way up until December 31st of 2022, and to reinstate protections for failure to pay rent beginning April the 1st of 2022. Okay, so let's go in deeper. What does this mean? The extension includes a rent freeze until December the 31st of 2022 and prohibits residential landlords from evicting tenants for non-payment of rent or who cause a nuisance or have unauthorized occupants or pets. Okay, the ordinance also provides the tenant self-certification of the financial hardship for rent incurred after April 1st of 2022, which establishes an affirmative defense against eviction. That protection will be amended on June the 1st, 2022 to apply only to households with incomes at or below 80% of the area median income due to the pandemic, okay, financial hardship, okay. This extension does not apply to commercial tenants. I'm not exactly sure what commercial tenants is. As of February the 1st of 2022, commercial tenants are no longer protected from eviction due to non-payment of rent. Commercial tenants with 0 to 9 employees will have 12 months to repay past due rent from March 2020 to January of 2021, while commercial tenants with 10 to 100 employees will have 6 months to repay past due rent in equal installments. The ordinance does, however, prohibit enforcement of personal guarantees by commercial tenants with 0 to 9 employees for rent incurred on or before January the 21st of 2022. So I think we're definitely starting off on a good note there. I know that that's probably not good news for the tenants, and I still firmly believe that they, as in the government, definitely need to step up and come up with some type of protections or some type of payments that they can lend a hand to these landlords. At the same time, I know they're probably saying, well, we have the rental assistance that people can apply for. There was a lot of money. There was so much money that was allocated to rental assistance programs. And I gotta say, I'm a little bit shocked because not a lot of you guys actually went and applied for it. You know what I mean? In various different states. I remember speaking about it for different states, not just California, but there were plenty of states that had rental assistance programs that were opening that I brought up, you know what I mean, in various different videos to give you guys that information so you can apply. Now, I do understand it is a complicated process for both you and your landlord, but at the end of the day, if you want your rent paid, and even for the landlord, for those of you who own rental property, if you want to get that money to help you pay your bills, then you need to go through the complicated process. You know what I'm saying? Scratch your hair, go scream in a pillow, do whatever you need to do afterwards, but just sit down and fill out the paperwork and go ahead and get that money, okay? Because there's nothing like sitting around waiting and trying to figure out how you're going to pay your bills. Excuse me, I don't know what's going on with that car, so we're sorry about that. So the next thing we're going to talk about is what's going on with our Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen. Says Americans will likely see another year of very comfortably high inflation. We already know that, okay, but let's get into the details. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said Thursday that Americans will likely see another year of very uncomfortably high inflation. We have seen a very meaningful increase in gas prices. I don't know what she means by meaningful. who does it mean something to? It means something to us that we're having to pay these high prices. I'm not exactly sure if that's what she meant by this statement, and my guess is that next month we'll see further evidence of an impact on U.S. inflation of Putin's war on Ukraine, Yellen said. The Treasury Secretary's comment came just hours after the Labor Department said consumer prices rose 7.9% in February, the fastest pace since 1982. I know one of you guys put in the comment section, I think you're in Sacramento, you said your gas out there is $9 and something cents, $9.62 or $9.67, which, by the way, yes, I do read your comments. That is just insane. That is insane. Another one of you guys mentioned that you feel like gas is going to get so high that people are going to be using public transportation. I definitely feel that that's a possibility, but at the same time, because the demand for public transportation will go up if people decide not to use their vehicles, then I feel like the cost for public transportation is going to go up. I don't know what the cost of it is now, but I do think that there will be a significant increase if more people start to use public transportation, unfortunately. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said Thursday that Americans will likely see another, I don't know why they're repeating the same thing all over again. She says, I think there's a lot of uncertainty that is related to what's going on with Russia and Ukraine, and I do think that it's exacerbating inflation. I don't want to make a prediction exactly as to what's going to happen in the second half of the year. She continued, we're likely to see another year in which the 12-month inflation numbers remain very uncomfortably high. So just prepare, you guys. I think there's a lot of stuff that's unfortunate that is going to affect us. I know a lot of you guys were like, well, why should it affect us? What's going on over there? They have relationships with these countries. They may not be a part of the United States of America, but that's how the world works. They have things that we may not necessarily have access to over here on our land. So, and I don't want anyone to be like, you don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? I am not a politician. I'm not a historian or anything of that nature, but I do read, I do research and try to understand certain things as it pertains to me as a citizen in the country and where I live. And I do understand that we have relationships with the other countries around the world, and there is a trade system in place. So 9 times out of 10, it's going to affect us because the president is saying, hey, we don't want to. And I'm pretty sure there's more to the story that has been left out. But as far as what has been released to the public, we know that our president is sanctioning anything that has to do with the money. He's basically attacking the money. He's declaring economic war. Even the Russian president said that just recently in a statement that the U.S. has declared economic war on them. He's not going after them with violence. He's attacking their banks. He's saying, we're not dealing with you guys. We're not going to take anything from you guys. That's a relationship, obviously, that they depend on. They give us oil. We give them money or whatever it is that was a part of the agreement for the trade. And so now the United States is saying, we don't want your oil because you're doing something that we don't agree with. And so they're not getting whatever it is that they need from us. That's the way the world works. Now, just from a regular old citizen standpoint, I probably would have tried to had a little plan in place before I decided to, sanction them and say we're not going to deal with them anymore, because I'm aware that my choices in deciding not to take imports of oil and fuel from them is going to affect the American people. But at the same time, I do understand that the situation between Russia and Ukraine, which is kind of out of nowhere, so you can't prepare for that any more than you can prepare for a pandemic, kind of, sort of. I feel like when it comes to the pandemic, they should have certain things in place already in the event that something happens. They don't have to know the name of the disease or the illness, but have some type of emergency plan in place, the same way that they teach you to prepare for an earthquake out here. At least they have you go through these fire drills at your job. They have you go through these earthquake drills when you're in school. You should have something prepared in the event that we're going to experience a pandemic. Make sure that you have emergency staff available, because people get sick. All the things that we've seen happen during this pandemic, they did not prepare properly for that. So at the same time, with our president making these choices and saying, hey, we're not going to get fuel from them anymore, did he check to see if there were any other areas of the country that he can get fuel from so that the cost of fuel wouldn't be so much for us? I don't know if he did that. I don't know if he didn't do that. I'm just saying, that's just my personal opinion. But moving on from that, I'm pretty sure we're going to see a heck of a lot more changes when it comes to inflation in so many different ways. So like I've been telling you guys, just prepare, be optimistic, always expect the positive things, positive outcomes, but be prepared that it doesn't go that way. So Let's get into some recalls. I did see a recall. Walmart is recalling 25,550 bags of tortilla chips. Great Value Walmart brand tortilla chips are being recalled because of possible metal contamination. Although we don't know precisely how the bags were contaminated, according to the Food Safety News, 2,555 cases with 10 bags per case were recalled. That's about 25,550 bags of chips. Great Value has tons of different tortilla chips, flavor varieties, so luckily the recall will not affect all of them so far. The only type being taken off shelves are the restaurant style white corn tortilla chips. So if you purchase those just recently, you want to look out for the best by date of May 23rd. Also look out for the product lot codes, which is 122051 and 123051. According to the Food and Safety, if you've purchased a contaminated item, you can return it for a full refund. Okay, and that is all the information that is available at this time. Now let's end off on a good note, because thank goodness it's Friday, you guys. I'm so happy. I have not been able to do half the things that I wanted to do. I've been so fatigued and tired, so I hope to get caught up. There was one state that I don't think I mentioned yesterday when I was talking about emergency SNAP maximum benefits for the month of March. So I am going to take a quick look at that. For those of you guys who are joining in and watching my video for the first time, I'm not late. This is what I do. I go over emergency SNAP maximum benefits every single day of the week, Monday through Friday. Okay. Now, depending on what's going on with that list, for example, yesterday we had some additional states that had been added. So I went through all of the payout dates. Today, I may only go through the payout dates for the states that have been added. Okay. But I generally go over this several times. So if you are watching this video for the first time, know that this is not the first video that has come out for emergency SNAP for the month of March. I usually cover them right away as soon as they're approved. So I just want to put that out there, because a couple of you guys were saying you're so late, and I'm like, I'm really not. This is just basically a review for everybody so that nobody has an anxiety attack going into the weekend feeling like they're not going to be serviced by their government. Okay. So I am looking at the list for emergency SNAP maximum benefits for the month of March. I don't see anything that jumps out to me right now as being new. I think we pretty much have the same states. The only one that has been added that I didn't go over yesterday, I believe, is Kansas. Now for Kansas, we have April the 15th through the 24th. Okay, so as of today, I'm not going to go through the payout dates, but as of today, which is Friday, the 11th of March, for the names of the states that have been approved, we have Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, DC, Georgia, Hawaii, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Guam. Okay, now in terms of pandemic EBT, for this current school year, we have Colorado, Delaware, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, Minnesota, Nebraska, New Mexico, North Carolina, Ohio, Rhode Island, Tennessee, Vermont, Virginia, Wisconsin. We have Guam, Texas, Utah, and West Virginia. And that is absolutely all I have for you guys in today's video. So as always, I hope this information was in some way helpful or useful to you guys in the least little bit. Do me a favor if you haven't already. Don't forget to subscribe, as well as touch that like button, because it really does help to let YouTube know that you like what I'm doing and you want me to stick around. Also, don't forget to check out my merch shop. It will be down below in the description box. It is www.shebuildshealthywealth.com. And on that note, you guys, I'm going to say, as always, have a lovely weekend. Be safe. Enjoy the time that you have with your family. I'm not saying that to be negative, so don't read into it. Just be safe. Be positive. Remember to smile. As always, remember to live, love, and elevate, because that's the only thing we can do in this life or the next. And I will definitely see you guys in my next video. Bye. I know I didn't end that right, but it's okay. We're going to try it again. Remember to live, love, and elevate, and I will definitely see you guys in my next video. Peace, y'all. I got so much stuff running through my mind, but I'll see y'all next week. Bye.